So let's get to the A-plus matchups real quick. Every week, Aqib breaks down the top wide receivers versus the top DBs. Let's leave with you, Aqib. This matchup between the Bills and the Patriots. What do you see in this matchup? And then Andre, if you could follow up.
I see Gilmore. Gilmore definitely going to shadow Diggs, and I see him being successful, man. He's been letting a couple guys get behind him the last couple of weeks. Some drops. Not all of them has been caught, but guys has been getting behind Gilmore. But man, the numbers don't lie, man. He's still been playing great, and I think mentally as a corner, as being in his position before, he's gonna stop letting guys get behind him, and he's gonna up his play. He's gonna up an extra 30 minutes of that film, an extra 30 minutes in that training room, getting healthy. And man, as DBs, as number one DBs, we just take pride in being that. And then, it's a contract situation that just, presented itself. Is they're going to bring him back? Is they going to trade him at the deadline? So, man, that lights a little fire on the corners like myself, like Gilmore. His play is finna start turning up right now. So, man, I like it to start this week against Buffalo.
Stephon won the Defensive Player of the Year last year. Hands down, obviously. But that dude in Buffalo is not bad, too. Tre'Davious White is pretty good. One thing about Stephon, he's very technical. Again, he gets beat deep because something at the line.
Right.
But he's probably one of the best corners, if not the best corners, at the POA, point of attack. So he gets hands on guys and slows them down and stops them so he can't get by him. So his whole deal is at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be, Stephon is pretty savvy, like I said before. So this should always be a good matchup when these two play against each other. He's going to mirror him, just like you said, Aqib. He's going to mirror him all over the place. But don't forget that guy in the middle, man, Cole Beasley. He had 10 last week. Cole, man, could be the X factor in this game, coming up on Sunday. So that should be a great matchup this Sunday with Stephon and Stephon Diggs.
It definitely will be.
I'll leave the question open-ended for either one of you to answer. Are the Bills, or both of you can answer, are the Bills winning the AFC East, and are they winning on Sunday?
I think they're going to win the AFC East, no doubt about it. Will they win Sunday? It depends on how they come back from against, they averaged 20-some points a game the first 4 games of the week, of the year. Josh Allen had more yards than Patty Mahomes. Yards passing. Last week, they kind of, against Tennessee, they laid an egg. They actually didn't even show up. And I thought they were going to turn it up a little bit against the Jets this past weekend. And they didn't even score a touchdown. And the guy had 6 field goals. So Hopefully the offensive coordinator is doing something now to get the ball to Diggs, Beasley, get the running game going on with Singletary. This is going to create opportunities for other guys. And they have to do that because they can't win games kicking 6 field goals. That's just not going to happen in this league. So hopefully that happens. I see them winning by a touchdown. But again, the Patriots are the Patriots. Aqib played there. Bill Belichick. I got 2 questions for him at the end too. So for Aqib, the Patriots are the Patriots. Bill Belichick is Bill Belichick.
Right.
They're going to come in ready to play. And are they the same team? No, but they're still the Patriots.
Definitely. I say, like when you explosive as the Bills started off, man. You start one way, you're running the offense this way, then that's 3-4 games, and then for the next 3-4 games, teams are stopping or teams are trying to stop what you did those first 3 or 4 games, and then you change something up a little bit. You change it up a little bit, and you're successful for 3-4 weeks. Then teams try to stop it, or teams been trying to stop it, but they can't. But once you get to about week 4, week 5 of doing that same thing, teams tend to stop it a little bit. So I think that's just where Buffalo is at right now, man. They was doing something, and now teams are kind of catching on to it. So now they're gonna come with some more ways to attack you, and I think they'll be successful this week. They know they're getting a lot of man coverage against New England. They know what they're gonna get, man. And New England's been playing ball though. They got a bunch of interceptions last week, man. They got their hands on the football. Their secondary is not bad at all.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I think Buffalo just would be a little too much. Their defense make some plays, keep them in the game, and give them some short fields. I think their defense would be too much. for the Patriots because the Patriots offense is not playing good right now. So, man, I like Buffalo to win the game. And but I do like Gilmore to be successful, man. I don't like Diggs to go off this game.
Andre, what's it feel like as a Bill, as a former Bill, to kind of see a potential turn of the corner here? Because you already know how the Patriots have controlled the AFC East for so long, and
they
it feels like
this
is
Controlled everybody.
This feels like a legit window for the Bills to go ahead and take over at least the division.
Well, and for 20 years that Tom Brady was there, everybody had to beat the Patriots to get to the Super Bowl. AFC, NFC, doesn't matter. Now that it seems like they've taken a little hiccup, if you want to call it that, most of the league now feels that there's a little blood in the water. You know, they're sharks and they're circling right now. So how do you go about playing the Patriots, game planning for them, and when you have them down, you got to keep stomping on them. That's the bottom line. That's the only way to beat the Patriots. The Bills, there's no doubt about it, they have made a turn in the last 4 or 5 years, and it all starts with the quarterback. This is a quarterback-driven league. It's always been to a certain point, and the Bills haven't had a quarterback since I've been there has the hype that Josh Allen has right now. Now you got to get the players around him. Stephon Diggs, you got a couple other guys that they brought in. Can these guys play together? Can they win? Can they win the games, not only that they're supposed to win, but when they're down, can that quarterback bring the team back and help them win the game? Because he's accountable for 6 wins himself, right? Aaron Rodgers, Roethlisberger, Patty Mahomes, all the great quarterbacks, Russell Wilson, these guys are held accountable. They give them a sheet and say, you got to win these 6 games yourself.
Exactly.
The quarterback has to win the games. And Josh Allen did that one time this year against the Rams. Drove them down the field, scored a touchdown. Mm-hmm. So that's the consistency they need to have from him in order for all these other guys to buy in not only to the system, but to play good too and realize that we know he can do this, but what can I do to make the team better? And that's where the Bills are right now to me. And it all starts on Sunday. They got to play well in every facet of the game, offense, defense, special teams.
And this has been a standout wide receiver from the rookie class, at least so far. Justin Jefferson going against Jair Alexander from the Green Bay Packers. Jair Alexander looking like one of the better corners in the league. How does this matchup break down? Aqib, let's start with you.
Well, hopefully we right on a prediction, you know what I'm saying, the A+ matchup, because, I mean, he may follow Thielen. Thielen is the vet, and Thielen been productive as well. But just, you know, going off the last couple games and, you know, just what I think Jair he'll follow Justin, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I think it's going to go. But, you know, we guessing. But I think this would be one of the tougher matchups for Jair, man. I like him to be successful, but this is a guy who goes downfield, guy who got great quickness, great speed, and great routes. And he gets the ball, man. He gets a bunch of targets every game. So this would be one of Jair's tougher matchups. He's been successful against everybody but Thielen. The first matchup, he followed Thielen, and he wasn't too successful. So that's why I'm thinking they switch it up. Maybe let him follow Jefferson, let the safety lean to Thielen or something like that along those lines. But
yeah,
we'll see how it go.
Yeah, they always, ever since I played, it's all about matchups.
Right.
And do you have the best matchup on both sides of the ball that are going to, you know, kind of keep it even, if not better on one side or better on the other side? So Jair I think definitely will follow Jefferson. One thing about the rookie receivers now, man, they you know, you go to LSU or Clemson or all these big schools, they get these guys ready for the NFL, boom, flat out, straight up.
Yes,
these guys aren't going to, you know, to smaller schools or nothing against that, but these guys are NFL ready the minute they get drafted. So the expectations of a guy like Justin Jefferson and Claypool and all these other guys that came out this year and the year before is you got to be NFL ready right now, because we're putting you in there, and don't be like surprised that you're going to get the number one corner on you.
Right.
And that's where you make your money. And that's where the corner makes his money.
James Bradbury has been playing relatively well, if not very well, for the New York Giants so far this year as they signed him in the offseason. I'll let you make the case for Mike Evans. Andre, go ahead.
Well, the Giants, their record, is, without Saquon, the Giants have been not the Giants, definitely. I believe not only is this going to be a great matchup, they're going to have somebody over the top, no doubt about it. And I think Mike Evans is such a big guy. Again, 50-50 balls he usually gets. They're going to cross the field. They're going to do a lot of things with him. So I see two guys going with him, even if they, certain situations, he'll probably cover him one-on-one. But he's going to get some help on the back end. And that's going to leave it open, for the other guys for one-on-one. But should be a great matchup. It'll be a great matchup.
Definitely. That's kind of how it's been for Evans all year. He getting the matchup, and then, Godwin been down. So it's been Miller over there. There's been a couple guys over there, man. So yeah. I feel like that's why Evans hasn't really broke out. He scored a lot of touchdowns this year, but he hasn't really broke out because he's getting that number one receiver treatment. And his Robin, his number two guy hasn't been there to take some of that treatment off of him. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when AB get going and when Godwin and AB is there, that's when Evans will really take off. But right now, Bradbury hasn't been following like that. But he followed him when he was in Carolina. He always followed Evans, and he was pretty productive. That's why I see them letting them follow him around. But they've been doing stuff like, sending Bradbury to the number two guy, letting McLaurin. I mean, like they played Washington. McLaurin was the number one guy. They leaned the safety over there, let him go against the number two guy, let Bradbury do his thing backside by himself with no help really. So they've been doing stuff like that. But I could see them just on how successful he's been in the past against Evans. I could see them putting Bradbury on him. And like Andre said, man, he's probably still going to have safety help just because it's not really a true number two guy there yet. You know what I'm saying? So until a number two guy emerges in Tampa, Evans will get the full-on number one treatment.
All right, I got a special one for you guys. I know we only do 3 A+ matchups, but because of the situation, why not? On this hypothetical NFL schedule this upcoming weekend, we have Andre Reed on one side taking on Aqib Talib.
Oh shit! Here we go. Here we go.
Somebody just I'm not gonna play any favorites here.
Hey, put it this
if you
way.
can tell me how the matchup plays out, how many touchdowns, how many receiving yards, pass deflections, please throw it out there.
We better do some extra film work. Put it that way. We better do some. Hey. Let me tell you, watching him play, I respected the way he played the game. I got to bring a bag. You got to bring my little lunch bag. I better have an apple, a sandwich, and maybe like a little tasty cake in there. And so I had to bring my lunch, and I had to make sure I had everything in there. That would be a great match because back in my day, because he's such a physical guy and I was physical, we would be beating each other up all the way down the field.
Definitely.
And guess what? They wouldn't call it. Not like they do now.
Yeah.
So now they call everything.
Dre, you getting the tub or what?
I might get one on him. I think I get one on him. I might get one on him. He might get a pick. One of them. I might try to go backside. He might undercut and get it. Yeah. I'll give him one pick and I'll take one touchdown. So we can get even out.
I like it, Andre.
Over 100 yards?
Nah, Harrison, he ain't gonna have over 100.
I might have 120.
Look, my D coordinator gonna be either Bill Belichick or Wade Phillips. So rule number 1, we taking the best guy away, man. So hey, I'm gonna be guarding Andre. We're gonna have the safety help over the top. Here's
what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna be moving around a lot too.
Yeah. We gonna be ready for that. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna have to slide. Hey, you're gonna have to slide or do something. Somebody's gonna get caught.
Hey, it all start with that game plan, baby. And hey, that game plan is definitely gonna be to take the Hall of Famer away, man. We can't let the Hall of Famer beat us, right? So hey, I'm gonna be physical and be underneath. We're gonna have a guy under the top. And man, backside, John Beebe or somebody, they gotta beat us, man. We ain't gonna let Andre beat us.
Hey, Lofton's gonna take it out, man. I'm gonna get all the mental stuff. Lofton's taking Steve Atwater way out of there, bro.
Yes, sir.
He take him and Dennis Smith. He taking both of them out.
Yes, sir.
That'd be, you know what? That would be a dream matchup, man. That would be are the guys that and I know I'm going off a little bit. Are the guys now I'd love to play against? You know, Aqib would be number one guy. Patrick Peterson, I would love to play against Patrick Peterson. They're almost the same, like, again, with Revis. I put them in the same class because these guys are smart technicians that know the defense and are physical at the point of attack. That's the best kind of cornerback you need. That's the best kind of cornerback you want to play against the number one guy.